Why are so many people around the globe deciding on the Tesla Model Y as the vehicle to buy? We can save you some speculation. It's a fantastic product. Versatile, practical, efficient, loaded with tech, and great to drive, aside from its ubiquity. What's not to love? Hyundai wants to ask another question. Why not the stylish Ioniq 5 instead? We think that's such a good question. We put together this comparison test. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 enters this competition with a leg up, having taken home Motor Trend's 2023 SUV of the Year award. The biggest question we weighed when naming it the winner was whether or not the Ioniq 5 is actually an SUV. We decided in fact it was, and the rest was easy, with us calling it a game-changing rethink of what an SUV can be. Taking one out for a refresher drive around the canyons of Malibu did nothing but reinforce how right we were. It's just a great driving vehicle. The Ioniq 5 Limited we're comparing to the Tesla Model Y comes packing two motors and a combined 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque. It features a 77.4 kilowatt-hours battery pack and an EPA-rated range of 266 miles. Because of an 800-volt electrical architecture, the Ioniq 5 can take advantage of 350 kilowatts chargers and go from 10 to 80% charge in 18 minutes. That's quick. As tested, this loaded Hyundai will set you back $58,045. The Tesla Model Y also comes with two motors, good for a combined 384 HP and 375 pound-feet of torque. The Model Y has a larger 84.6 kilowatt-hours battery with an EPA-rated range of 330 miles. However, its more primitive 400-volt electrical architecture means it charges more slowly than the Hyundai. Figure on 40 minutes to go from 10 to 80% full at a Tesla supercharger station. It's hard to pinpoint exactly how much a Tesla costs, as weekly if not daily price updates, often in the form of cuts, seem to be the norm. Also, since Tesla killed off its communications department, there's no way to borrow press cars, like we do with every other carmaker. As such, we rented one, and its as-tested price was $70,130. That said, a good chunk of that came from Tesla's optional, and rightly controversial, full self-driving capability, which costs $15,000 and cannot in fact self-drive. Moreover, we couldn't even get it to turn on, but our hunch is that whoever rented us the car disabled it, so we subtracted its cost from our price. For road driving, myself and senior editor Scott Evans spent a bright, sunny day flinging these two around the wilds of Malibu, where we immediately knew we were conducting a tight comparison test. Broad strokes. For everything one competitor did well, the other scored a win for something else. For example, the Tesla had better steering, but the Hyundai rode and handled better. The Tesla has much more storage space, but the Hyundai looks 5 to 10 times better. And on it went. Evans. I knew this would be close, but it's even closer than I expected. I'm really having trouble deciding. As mentioned, it's an easy win in terms of looks for the Ioniq 5. I'm not talking out of school by stating that the Ioniq 5 is one of the bravest, most daring car designs in years, and Hyundai is selling some of these on looks alone. Sure, the design is polarizing, and some people will dislike the 80s, DeLorean-esque 8-bit look, but for those folks, sister brand Kia sells a sleeker thing called the EV6 that is otherwise functionally identical. The Tesla still looks like an angry fish of some sort, and it's so popular its styling has become bland. The Tesla scores an easy victory on space to put stuff. The Model Y has a big frunk that can swallow a sizable rollerboard, whereas we're not even sure why the Hyundai's hood opens. Okay, you can perhaps stuff a soft backpack in its small nook along with a charging cable, but that's it. The Ioniq 5 also weighs significantly more than the Model Y, at 4,674 pounds versus 4,337. We're not sure why, as the Hyundai has smaller exterior dimensions, and the Tesla packs a larger battery pack. That said, the Hyundai's added beef doesn't seem to affect much of anything in terms of feel or performance. In acceleration, the two are dead even in the 0 to 60 of sprint, each taking only 4.4 seconds. That's V8 power in the thing that's most likely replacing your Camry. Gotta love that. The Tesla's horsepower advantage shows up by the end of the quarter mile, where it bests the Hyundai by half a second, 12.7 seconds at 114.9 miles per hour versus 13.2 at 103.3. Just so we're all on the same page here, the 2023 Honda Civic Type R, a legit performance machine, hits 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds and finishes the quarter in 13.9 seconds at 104.2 miles per hour. Sure, there are quicker EVs and SUVs out there, but at this price point, that's pretty exciting.